Okay, guys, today we're going to be reviewing the Sopwith Camel 60 made by Hangar 9. I recently got this at a swap meet. It came with a motor, servos, pre-built. All it needed was a receiver and a transmitter. It was a little risky, but I just took it. I think I got it for a really good price. Leave a comment about how much do you think it's worth right now with a OS engine in it. I think it's size 46 or I really don't know. I'll show you the engine later, but here we have, as you can see, the cowling's off right now because I could not prime the engine without the cowling off because the cowling does not have a hole to prime the engine, so I have to add that into it, and the fueling system's really messed up. So okay, let's just get right into the plane. Okay, as you can see, this Camel 60 is about 61 inches in wingspan. We have a wood prop on it, a 13.6 prop on it, with a spinner. I forget what it's called. Alternate spinner or something. Okay. So we have the OS engine right here, and it's a pretty big engine. It has lots of power, but this plane's not going to be really fast. It's going to be basically it's going to be as scale as it can be. I really don't know what size this engine is, but it has power. The fueling system's kind of messed up because it has 3 lines right here. And when you plug it in, it really doesn't work. So I think I'm just going to modify this so I could just hook this band up here so I don't have to use this little contraption thing. Or I could just fuel it without the cowling on. But I think that would be just too much work. The plane actually came really nice because the motor mount looks very nice and how the engine's really mounted. The firewall is pretty cool. And I really don't know what this box is. Kind of loose. The scale is pretty good because it has all these gun mounts, and it has a pilot, and it has these strands going through wing to wing because the real plane actually had these strands. It does not have a tail wheel. It actually is just a wood spar that just drags around. That's one of the things I do not like on this plane, that it does not have a tail wheel, but they just try to build as scale as they can. This plane is actually have not maiden it yet. I had it for about 2 weeks so far. Just wanted to make sure everything was right. The left servo is a little twitchy, so I really don't know what I'm going to do about that. I might just add another S300 servo into it. So I replaced that servo. Okay, now let's just get into the plane. Okay, we have to go around here. Another thing was this elevator. It really wasn't... I think it's just supposed to be like this, but it just looks like it's popping out. I think that's just what the regular plane looks like. Okay, here we have I really like this. Instead of magnets, we have a little latch. Oh, the only thing it didn't come with was the receiver and the transmitter. And it didn't come with a battery for all the components and like a receiver pack. So I actually had to add this 2200 Hydromax Ultra. It's actually a 2000 milliamp battery, 6-volt nickel metal hydrate. Has a plug right here. Another thing was the charge switch, or just the on and off switch were backwards, so off is on and on is off. Right here, behind the fuel tank, which is full right now, I have my receiver, a AR600 receiver that I have all my stuff hooked up into. Back here we have a very decent sized fuel tank. I think will get me around 10 to 15 minutes of flight time. and we have ST47BB servos, pretty well high torque servos, which will be well in this plane. This plane has not maiden yet, has never flown. This guy just built it and had a couple problems and just never got around to flying it, so I picked it up. So this is basically it. Let's just put this hatchback on. It's very simple. There's a couple hitch things. One of the problems. Okay, and it just slips on and locks into place. Okay, so this weekend I'm actually going to be flying at a field. It's not really a real field, but it's very big, bigger than most fields. Here's the cowling. It's a very skilled cowling with little fake engine, radial engines. I don't know what this is. The guy just put it here. Here's really don't know what this hole is either. This is where the muffler comes out of, and this is where the fuel tank comes out of, but it really doesn't do anything. Well, that's it basically of my Sopwith Camel 60 that I got picked up from a swap meet. I got it actually for $250, which I thought was an amazing deal. Just leave a comment. How much do you think it actually is worth? And just hope me good luck on the maiden flight. And stay tuned for some more videos. I'm going to be keeping up to date, couple videos a week. So stay tuned this weekend at the flying field. So have a nice day.